All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Once again, this is the second part of our review that we did for the 2023 RX 350. In this segment, we'll be focusing on the interior, the multimedia, the safety, and we'll even do driving impressions as we go. So please stay until the end. This is going to be short, sweet, precise, and please subscribe and like. This is the only metric that we have as content creators to gauge your feedback and your satisfaction. So please do so. Smash that like button, subscribe, and stay with us. So let's dive in here with the multimedia unit. This is going to be a very important point of focus. 5 basic controls that we have. So your GPS is right here. This is as responsive and as good as you would expect from Google Maps, for example. Very detailed, pretty clear, and simple to use. The next setting is going to be audio. So once you pair everything up, it's pretty easy, self-explanatory here. Your phone setting, once you get the Bluetooth going. So Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, completely wireless, and you have a spot for your wireless charging. You can leave your phone there, hide this thing here, and it gives you that clean, minimalistic look with the projection of everything on the screen. The fourth setup is going to be your vehicle setup. Now in this mode here, you're going to have everything from your driving mode all the way to the tire pressure, you know, details about the vehicle and everything that you need to know. The fifth setup is going to be your own personal setup. Now you see guest there, so once you get the vehicle, once you purchase the vehicle, your name's going to appear there. You're going to pair that with your phone on the Lexus application, and there is going to be an array of features that you can use. So very nice effort here done by Lexus. The next setup that we have here is for the air conditioning. So also very simple to use. As you can see, air and flow at different levels here. We have ventilated and heated seats at the front and at the back as well, and the climate control is actually 3-zone climate control that you can control from the front. So you can see here different levels, 1 2 3 here, ventilated, same thing for the steering wheel. And if I would like to control the back, then I can just switch here and go to rear, and now I can control it separately. Some other hidden features, if you click on climate here, you can also add the de-icer, which you can use as well, and close it. Now you'll notice in the overall layout, you also have these 6 squares. These are your shortcuts actually, and I'll get to that in a sec. So some of the very practical things that you can see here, on a day like this where it's snowy and it's really cold, you can just hop in the vehicle and press max heat. Now this is going to turn immediately the settings to the highest temperature, and in less than 30 seconds the cabin is going to warm up. So really nice work here, just making it practical for everyone. I don't think I need that much heat. So that's for the multimedia unit. Now the overall look that you get here, if you've been in the previous generation RX, you would agree with me that the vehicle was due for a very necessary upgrade. Now Lexus really focused here by giving you a clean overall look, and you can see everywhere you look, it's really nice. Just close this to complete the look. It's really nice. Like there are a few differences because these 2 elements that you see here, the multimedia unit and the steering wheel, are currently available with the current generation NX. If we add to that the dashboard as well, it's pretty much the same with a few differences compared to the NX. The placement of the memory seat controls, as you can see at the fingertip here, and this was actually to avoid interrupting the wavy motion that we have going from this side all the way around to the other. Now this motion here, what it does, it just gives you enough depth to actually have ambient lighting in the vehicle. Now you can see it's very dim. This is no S-Class, obviously. It's really discreet in terms of lighting, so you get a little bit of that light in the foot area. The door handle, as you can see the reflection here on my hand, and that curve, and the rear passengers also get a little bit of that. Now let's take a look at the safety features that are offered in this vehicle. So we'll start with going to the shortcuts. The shortcuts allows you to enable and disable the options, but in this case I'm just going to use it to display all the options that are available. So if I don't like the lane departure feature, all I have to do is just touch it. Now it will be disabled. We also have the blind spot monitor, an option that you can disable as well. Parking support, brake, intuitive parking assist. These 2 are going to be just your sensors beeping all around with object detection at the rear as well. And you'll see some of the nice options here with safe exit assist. I don't know if you heard about this option or not, but this is really going to make a difference and I'll explain how it works. So safe exit assist is disabled. Now, you look at the door handle of this vehicle, it's very unconventional. It's a very different door handle from what we usually see. Now, if I have people who are not paying attention or kids that just want to jump out of the car without really noticing what's going on, so they open the door, there is an incoming vehicle, a motorcycle, congratulations, I probably need a new door. Now, that's not something that's going to happen if you have the safe exit assist on. In a case like this, I'm trying to open my door, it won't let me. There's going to be a resistance, and it's just an automatic system that will block the door from opening, and that's probably going to save you thousands of dollars in the process. Look, the next option that I would like to talk about here is the rear camera detection. You can see there is a small guy standing behind the vehicle. That's pretty self-explanatory here. Let's say I have the option on, I'm trying to reverse, the vehicle will detect pedestrians all around. Now, if there is a pedestrian detected, it would say it here in big letters, brake, in red, and it will just prevent you from moving backward. It's a nice prevention system for people going to the store. You don't pay attention, people coming from left and right, kids running. This is really going to be useful. Among many other options, of course, the vehicle is equipped with adaptive cruise control, lane departure assist, blind spot monitor, and this particular one comes with the traffic jam assist. That's what Lexus call it. It's actually their definition of the autopilot feature. All right, guys, so now we're coming to the important part here, and that is the driving impression. Driving impressions is going to be as important as understanding the vehicle, the options, the specs, and everything that comes with it. So we'll just try to give you a nice quick summary here on what's happening. So I'm behind the wheel of a 2023 RX 350. This is the ultra luxury package. It's the closest thing to the top of the line. Really well equipped with the autopilot feature, the eye monitor, the rear digital rear view mirror. As you can see, if I flick this, you have it. It's a full clear resolution. I also have the heads-up display, pretty well equipped. Now, the options are nice to have, but really the most important question that a lot of you is going to have that know the RX is, how does it drive compared to the previous generation that had 6? Now, in terms of the ingredients behind the success of the RX, which are the comfort, the smoothness of the ride, the suspension, the quietness of the cabin, all of these ingredients are not missing in this new plate that is served to us. This is pretty much the same, the dynamic and the DNA of the RX, it's right there. Your daily driver, comfortable SUV, it's still that. In terms of performance, you're missing about 20 horsepower with this new powertrain. So 275 horsepower compared to 295, which was what we had before. Do you feel that? I would say just a little bit, because this vehicle comes with a turbocharger. It's a 2.4 turbocharged, 8-speed auto, 275 horsepowers with a higher torque figures than the 6. And what that means is that it's an instant kickoff. The previous generation, the 3.5 6-cylinder, used to give you top RPM, or top torque should I say, at 4,200 RPM. This one does at 1,800 RPM. So right off the bat, instant acceleration, it should be able to respond. Kicks off instantly. Now, what you're losing though is just getting a little bit of engine noise coming through the cabin, which wasn't really the case with the 6-cylinder. But you're also gaining that in fuel consumption. Of course, going into a 4, you're naturally going to be saving a little bit more in gas on the overall fuel consumption of the vehicle. So, overall, here on the highway, it's really smooth. It's just handle and drive just like any RX would. One of the questions that comes back is often reliability with the introduction of a new model or a new powertrain. Now, Lexus wanted to ensure that that was not going to be a problem. So what they did is actually they decided to develop the turbocharger in-house. And that's very different from what a lot of brands do. They would just outsource that specific part. And of course, anything that is developed by Lexus or engineered by Lexus has to meet the reliability criteria of the brand, or the reliability standards of the brand. So at least moving forward in the future, I know that that vehicle is going to be at least solid for the next 7 years, 8 years. 300,000 kilometers shouldn't be a problem at all. So I have the vehicle on sports mode. I'm just going to switch that to normal. And with normal, as you know, just everything kind of like loosens up a little bit. While as on sport, everything gets tense, your suspension, steering wheel. It's not that dramatic, but you notice it a little bit. And with that said, guys, thank you very much for watching once again. If you stayed until the end, that's amazing. Please like, subscribe, and share, just to make sure everyone that shares the passion for cars gets the content and also interact with us. We really like to hear back from you guys. Thank you very much once again. Have a good one.